Welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program Episode 7. Sorry about the audio quality in the last episode. Hopefully this one will be somewhat better. I'm trying to reposition my microphone so you don't get my breathing noises. And obviously I set the recording level too low and bad things happened, but these things do happen. We'll just address them as they come up. Anyway, we did spend some money and we've now got 7 active contracts available to us. So, what are we going to do? It's a good question. It's a good question. Okay, so as far as I can tell, they want us to test the swivel and land it. Ooh, okay. In that case, we'll fly straight up. We'll come back down. Radio mounted parachutes, quite low. Yep, we'll take that as well. Okay, we aren't going to do a splashdown test, mostly because we are supposed to be landing. And we're not going to test that yet. Probably not going to test that yet. And maybe, what's this one? No. Okay, so that is all we're going to test at this point in time. Mostly because I'm trying to be as efficient as possible and just get us... It's a hideous spacecraft. Right. Let's get rid of everything except for our sciencey parts. In fact, let's put a science junior on there as well. Because if you're going to science, why wouldn't you want to science all the way? Okay, that's fine at the moment. Okay, so they want us to test a swivel engine landed and a Mark II radial mount parachute. So basically all we're trying to do here is get to somewhere between 4,000 and 12,000 at a speed 80 to 230. Doesn't seem too unobtainable. Okay, we need to land, which I'm assuming means we need to land with the engine, so we need a lot of parachutes. There's 2 radials. Okay, so... I wonder... Why wouldn't parachutes be on the first stage, you stupid thing? Although I think what it's actually saying, or what it means, is that and what did we want? We want to do swivel, right? I think we might need a little more fuel than that. We don't want to go too fast or too high, but we want to make sure we've got enough fuel. And we want to bring it all, we want to bring the whole thing down, back down with us. So we've got a stupidly large number of parachutes. So somewhere between 4,000 and 12,000 we want to fire our parachutes, We need to be going less than 230 meters a second. I think we can do that. What do you think? I'm pretty sure we can do it. We'll find out. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Bang. Okay, let's open this. Speed down until we get to where we're going. What are we doing? Up. Right, there we go. Everything is happy. We are trying to bring a fairly hefty sized spacecraft all the way to ground, and we do have fuel still in it, so and if this works out right, we're just going to hover. Look at that. We're pretty much stopped. Ooh, we just ran out of gas. But that's okay, because we really did want to go down anyway. We were just wasting the fuel just in case something bad happens when we hit the ground. We are going down very, very slowly. Come on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're going down. Right. Landing, landing, landing. Mm, 5 meters, I'm happy with that. Oh, look at that. We just kind of stopped. Right. We even got some sciencing. Not a lot, but a little bit. I suppose we should go and spend some of that science. Okay. Got 111 science, so let's see what we can buy. No, not really looking at aviation. General construction might have a few cool things. Or bigger fuel tank, yes. And yes. Okay, we don't have quite enough, but next time we'll probably get this one here. The flight control one. The aviation's nice, but realistically, planes are pretty old. Old school, and we're not down with the old school here. We're Kerbals. We are going to only do cool new stuff, god damn it. If you all don't like that, too bad. Right, let's buy that. Space plane hangar, mission control. Right, so there's nothing else we can really easily and cost effectively upgrade. So let's see what we can do. Okay. Let's haul that Terrier. Okay, looks like we only have to haul it up there. Not really that keen on that one. Nor that one. We'll test a heat shield. We've done that one before, I'm sure of it. It's quite a long way up to do that, but let's try that one as well. And we'll see if we can escape the atmosphere. And since that one, not really concerned, and we'll even try and squeeze in an orbit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to do that at this point. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, now let's have a look here. Rid of that. Rid of those. Move these down here. Move those down here as well. Still got some room to open our doors, that's good. Now I want a heat shield. And I want a stacked decoupler. Right. Now, what are our actual missions? Let's clear these old ones out first so we don't get distracted. Okay, so we want to get a Terrier up to 51 to 59,000. Doesn't seem too difficult to do. Okay, let's stick that in there. And if I can find him, the Terrier. Okay, that's going to be our second stage. What? Thank you. Okay, and then two, three, four, and a little bit more. And I think the swivel is what I want. Right. Now I'm going to... What is utility? I'm sure it's utility. Maybe it's command and control. No. Oh, there they are. Right. I think those go about there. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. And 3 of those. Actually, changed my mind suddenly. Want those to sit just a little bit below. Phone's ringing. We can't answer the phone because we're doing more important things right now. I'm not sure what's going on here and why I'm not able to. Maybe because those are a little bit too high. Let's put them down a touch and then put our thumpers on. We want our thumpers to sit just a touch below the other engine so that we have some additional stability. And then we want to put nose cones on them because, well, why wouldn't you? Okay. And we want to put some struts in, try and hold everything together. Maybe we'll put a couple more struts across here as well. Should hopefully hold us together quite nicely. Now let's check out. Okay, so those 3. Then he pops. Then that goes. Right. The Terrier needs to only go at 51 to 59,000. Ooh. That's not a problem. The radial decoupler is 27 to 33,000, right. Okay, so were these? Yeah. Okay. Apparently there's no way we're going to get to that one. But we'll just see what we can do here. As long as everything goes according to plan, we should be fine. What can possibly go wrong? Right. Everything seems okay. Ooh. Top of our rocket seems a little bit wobbly, but the bottom seems quite stable, so I'm reasonably happy, and it's not flopping around like a cock in a sock anymore, so that's good. And here we go. Stand by for action in 3, 2, 1, bang! Okay, we have no control over our thrust essentially here. This is the first thing we're interested in. Is our radial decouplers at 33,000. I don't think we're going to get to 33,000 to fire our going to do it. Alright, we've lost our additional speed. Okay, we need a new plan for that one. That's okay, let's start our orbital insertion turn thing. speed. Okay, we should make it to orbit at least. Okay, we're almost there. Technically we are falling towards the planet, but that's essentially what orbit is. We're continually falling. Okay, this isn't necessarily good. We were going a wee bit fast. But that's okay. We haven't done too much damage. We've done a little bit, but not too much, hopefully. So we should... We've given up on our Terrier engine. We will be testing our heat shield, that's for sure. We're going to escape the atmosphere and we'll probably manage to orbit Kerbal in some way, shape or form. In fact, there you go, we're already orbiting Kerbal. Very unusual shaped orbit, so let's fix that. Just wait till we get up here. There we go, we just escaped the atmosphere. Come on. Okay, and we'll try. I'm not really too concerned about how precise we're going to be. Essentially we want to burn that way. It's not the prettiest burn I've ever completed, but essentially we are now, we should orbit the planet. There we go. We'll drop our... Okay, so we've orbited Kerbal. We've escaped the atmosphere. We aren't going to achieve any of these other things except for the heat shield test. Right, so first thing to do is point ourselves that one, which I think is retrograde. Ah! Bugger! As it says on the YouTube channel, possibly the world's crappiest gamer. So, unfortunately, I think we are now stuck in space forever. Yep. Okay. Let's revert to launch. Okay. Here we go again. We'll let the spacecraft settle down before we fire its engine. Here we go. Okay, stability assist is on. 3, 2, 1. Try our orbital insertion a little bit earlier. We're not going to try a too steep a turn. We're not going to make that. That's not a problem for us at the moment. Had we been able to fire them here, then we would have made it, but unfortunately... Right, so our options here are get ourselves into orbit. What we probably could have done on those solid fuel boosters is, when we were in the assembly building, we should have been able to limit the thrust. Should have given us more fuel but less thrust. Should have gotten us a little bit higher before, without having quite so much atmospheric resistance. Anyway, we're trying to get into orbit here, so no use crying over spilt milk and all that kind of thing. Okay, so we need a lot more. Go, we're now in space. Yay us. Now, all we need to do is we don't really need to go up any further. Mostly we just need to go straight. And all we're trying to do is get enough speed so that when we start falling, we miss the planet and we go all the way around. We don't really want our apoapsis to go up much further than this, because otherwise we're just wasting energy. Once we get to our orbit, we'll have right, so once we get to orbit, we'll have our apoapsis, its counterpart will appear on the other side of the planet. Almost out of gas. There we go. Periapsis, we want to get it up. Don't want to get it up too high, but we don't want to be having any atmospheric resistance each rotation, so we probably want to get it around similar to what we have here. Turn our engine off. Rotate us around somewhat. I did it again. Not sure what I did, but I'm going to revert the flight again. Right, and this time Actually, this time we're going to revert the flight to the assembly building, and we're going to limit the thrust to only, let's say, I'm just making this up, let's try 60%. I think that should be okay. Okay, and now I should have put some additional strutting to the top, but I don't see it as a major problem. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, bang! See if we can get our radial decoupler to work this time. As you can see, we're going up much slower this time. Will hopefully mean that we don't have as much atmospheric resistance, which hopefully will also mean that we're burning slightly less fuel. Although we don't seem to be burning any less fuel, we just seem to be having less thrust. There's no way we're getting this spacecraft up to Okay, so that's about 45 degrees. It should give us a quite nice insertion. Basically, we're trying to escape the atmosphere and orbit Kerbal. Then on the way back, we want to do a test of our heat shield. If we end up reverting again, then I might change the staging so that this engine also goes with the others, try and get us up to a little bit more altitude. 45 seems about right still. We're almost out of the atmosphere. Let's cut our engines back quite a lot. Don't waste fuel. Okay, we're coming up on a cut soon. I'll try and get us into orbit of Kerbal and then I'll do the cut. And so we're getting close to an orbital insertion, I think. Where are we? Okay, so we're out of the atmosphere anyway. try and cut the fuel that we're using down, which will hopefully, there we go, we're in space. We've escaped the atmosphere, we've achieved that goal, now we're orbiting Kerbal. Still not quite. Okay. So, what we'll do is we'll allow ourselves to climb up. Technically we are in orbit now, but essentially we want to do this. Okay, I think this is what we want to do. It's not the prettiest orbit I've ever seen, but we are technically orbiting Kerbal, so thanks very much for watching. If you like it, please like and subscribe. Please watch the rest of this series. Hopefully I will manage to improve my playing a little bit. Either that or you guys are laughing at me. Either way, as long as you're enjoying yourselves, it's all good. So, thanks for watching. I'm Mr. A. This is the Game On channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye.